Stories like these are stories that I don't really care too much to go into, but since everybody else is doing it, I'll jump in and give my perspective on this and sort of tell you guys what I've been telling you on this channel for the past, umpteenth years about how you as thinking black men especially, need to get your stuff together and basically get ready to haul ass just in case. Because cases like these, not so much the sentencing itself, well, although that is a part of the evidence on what I'm about to talk about today, but alongside that, the reaction from individuals within the community, including the Scraggle-Daggle, just goes to show you that us thinking black men, we pretty much have no home in the majority of the United States of America. Now, before I begin, I'm not one of these Negroes that say, "Oh, you can't do anything in America. You might as well just be a failure. Oh, you're still gonna get God as thinking black men, so you might as well just sit around and be a pookie and a failure like the rest of us and talk trash on YouTube." No. And I saw the video in which O'Shea did, which stated that as thinking black men, you can still get God. And I got the context of his video, and it was definitely not one of you just giving up and being a failure, mediocre Negro baby kid. But a couple of the pro-whacks would definitely interpret it as such, or at the very least, definitely push that narrative and use it as a reason why they themselves are absolute failures. But on to the topic. Amber Guyger. Not MacGyver, but MacGyger. She, as all you are aware, has been found guilty of murdering 26-year-old Botham Jean in his own home while he was just chilling there eating ice cream and smoking pot. Now, I'm not sure if Texas, particularly Dallas, is still the bouncer bitch of the Confederacy, but this definitely put a black eye for it arguing against that case, that it's ready to join the rest of the country. And by the rest of the country, I mean like the interior west and the Pacific Northwest, and joining us within the 21st century, at least on a racial scale. But then again, when we think about it, the 21st century has just been racially regressive to the point in which I'm about to just say, put me in the time machine back into the 80s and 90s. Just anywhere between 1980 and 1999. Hell, 2001. Just put me in the damn time machine in those. Any case, for all you who don't know, Amber Guyger, she was found guilty of murdering this thinking black man who was in his apartment chilling after a day of work. And some people say they knew each other. Some people even say they were former lovers. Which, in a way, you may have an argument for that, because one of the individuals who hugged her after she was sentenced was his own brother. His own brother! And not only his own brother, the bailiff, who is a daggle, rubbing her hands across Amber Guyger's hair. And check this out. When the sentence was given, which, by the way, the sentence was given out by a daggle, that same daggle ended up consoling Amber Guyger. Not the family of Botham Jean. The brother was going ahead and he was trying to cop a feel apparently to Miss Amber Guyger because she sounded like this, y'all. And I'm so sorry, y'all. I was so sorry for shooting y'all's son and brother and a nephew and uncle. I'm not sure if he was a dad, but dang it, y'all, I was just a simple little wholesome southern girl who just, whenever I can, just use my white advantage for me. And, there's going to be a bunch of people who's going to sympathize with me, and they're going to try to hit on me in jail. So, I was going to have plenty of money and plenty of attention from the guys from the outside, including some of you BBC guys. Watch. If all else fails, get me a mediocre Negro. So, I'll be fine. I'll just do, 5 out of 10 years in Slammer and then come out. And in order to make it up for me killing the BBC, I'll just marry the BBC. Any case, the worst thing I saw with this case was that daggle-ass judge who, by the way, gave her the 10 years. Let me read that. 10 years for murder, which she was found guilty of, She ended up consoling her to the point of hugging her. Now, if this was the opposite way around, if both of them was guilty of murdering Geiger in an accidental entry of residency, would you think that Daggle female judge would have been as sympathetic towards Botham Sean? Oh no. She would have been like, boy, what was you doing hitting up and doing the pow wheel on Miss Becky Sue? You know how much of a value asset she is to the community and to the good old people of the South? We can't have that. We can't have that in our house on this plantation. No, boy. And you ain't even Ados. Actually, if you were Ados, I'd sentence you to death. But you know what? Since you ain't and Ados ain't shit, Negro, I'm just gonna give you life. There you go, girl. Her and the damn bailiff would have been doing high fives and handstands and all sorts of Daggle Negro chicanery bullcrap. Look, this absolutely shows that thinking black men, yeah, we can get got. Well, we can. I'm not going to even say that we can't. But, as I stated before, our chances are still way less likely than if we were your typical Pookie and Ray Ray that the community has this unmentioned crush on, this sexual desire for. These are dudes. Dudes who are like, man, Pookie and Ray Ray, the warrior class. They're the warrior class. But the thinking black man, oh no, he can't get justice except in maybe some of the libertarian states. I'm telling you guys, you all are talking to me about is we need to go back to the South. We need to go back to and do what? Deal with humidity, bugs, and racism? I'm good with the West. And not the far leftist West neither. And that can sink to the ocean too. As far as I'm concerned, my dream state of California would basically have Sacramento and San Diego as the oceanside city. Well, San Diego is by the ocean, but push the Bay Area and Los Angeles into the damn ocean. That's what I'm trying to say. Any case, for starters, avoid these good old boy far-right states as much as these limp-wristed soy boy far-leftist states. Neither side has any sort of intent in order to preserve the well-being, life, and liberty of thinking black men. That's the first lesson. Second lesson, lock your damn doors. Just lock your damn doors. I mean, come on, man. The only thing I can find Botham Sean guilty of, perhaps, was him not locking his door. I'm not sure if he locked his door or not. I don't know. Now, I'm not sure if she forced an entry or he had the door locked and just opened it and she was like, what are you doing in my house? Well, I mean, what you doing in my house, boy? This ain't the BBC hour. This is 5 p.m., not 5 a.m. Anyway, third lesson. Thinking black men. Use your Second Amendment rights. Do not be afraid to, at the very least, learn how to use a firearm. Just in case. Just in case you need it with the far rightist good old boys or the far leftist Pookie and Ray Ray and Maggle and Terminator drones, whatever you want to call them today. Yeah, exactly. Just in case you need to encounter them, because you know these EDs and these good old boys, they aren't going to use their hands. They aren't. I mean, at least the cholos use their hands. I mean, shit. Which is, to be honest, probably the only hope for this country. Everyone talks about, well, Hispanics are going to be a majority by 2055, and maybe that's when America will find some damn sense and be pragmatic once again. Shout out to the 80s and 90s. Fourth lesson. The term of community or community, whatever the ADOS people want to tell you, is non-existent. And to be quite honest, I question that it ever existed in the first place. Looking at how these Daggles were comforting the murderer more than the families of the victims, alongside that with the brother hugging the murderer, this is just the example on why thinking men leave, and in some cases leave the country. I read on one of the comments that a thinking black man left for Japan like over a decade ago, and he gets most of the attitude from certain Americans. And speaking of the community talking point, you all had the chance to put the hammer down on this chick, because out of the selection of jurors and alternates, 7 were black, 5 were non-black people of color, and 4 were white. Where's your excuse then? Yeah, you all put the guilty verdict on her. That's great, but yeah, this shows that even if the ADOS people had a community, they wouldn't be able to do anything with it. I mean, look at these meccas that these ADOS Negroes keep telling you about. It's like, oh, let's go to Atlanta. Oh, go to DC. Sure. And now you have Pan-Africans admitting what we've been saying for years on end. And that this Daggle especially is not and will never be cooperative with you. You have individuals who yelled at my ass and tried to roast me on their little 8-hour hangouts because I was against the community, are now picking up the same talking points that I basically have been stating for years. So, to whatever order you want to call yourselves this month, you're welcome. What other lessons can we gather from this? Well, as I said, thinking black men. Is America our homeland? Is America our country? Well, by citizenship and legal law, yes. But by the hearts and minds of people, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Now, I'm not saying for you to leave immediately, but definitely have a plan that consists of gold, gun, and a getaway. You may have to use it. Not in the Trump, but you may have to use it soon after. And stuff like this is the reason why. A lot of people fear that it's going to come down to some sort of pow wheel, red team versus blue team war. I'm assuming all of you know what I'm trying to say. It's going to be the red team versus the blue team, or it's going to be the red team versus the blue, pink, green, magenta, silver, gold, crystal beige, sapphire, ruby. All those people going up against the red team. And the red team will pretend that's it. Well, he's going after us. We's only been a bunch of disingenuous, ignorant ass, you know what, since the 70s and the redsploitation era, where, you know, we push the image Cool Breeze as a select man. With his swag, though. And the swag. While dragging the rest of the race down to hell with you. Which is why I say to thinking black men, prepare to leave at any given moment. Whether it's a particular city, a particular state, or in the extreme case, the country as a whole. Because it won't just be the good old boys and their Becky Sues that will be trying to get you. It will be the Daggle helping them out. And in some cases, it will be these house plantation conservatives. Even though she was found guilty, they were bitching about that. Like, why they found her guilty? She's a pretty little Becky Sue thing. And it was wrong for her to shoot off from Sean. I know. But she's still part of the Blue Lives Matter cohort. And you know, you just can't treat a lady like that, especially pretty Becky Sue lady, even though my party, the House Plantation Party, told me that I can't look at Becky Sue like that too long. I can't address her with my head up and some oomph about me. I can't have some swagger about me. I gotta dress her with my head down and be like, yes, man. Yes, man. And, you know, I just gotta stick with my 4CCC colors and Cryberry constituency. As a girlfriend, I can't date out because, you know, the House Plantation Party, they won't let me do anything. I mean, I know the Field Plantation Party definitely didn't let me do anything when I was on the field, even though they let everybody else do something. They let the happy people do something. They let the Transformers do something. But yeah, my black ass, hell no, the Democrats wouldn't let me do anything. Well, they said they did, but they just did a good job in convincing their Beckys and my Lynn's and somebody else to not look a brother's way. So, that's the real reason why it came down to the field to the house. You know what I mean? Look, of all these people, I can't call them people, these aren't fucking people. With all these NPCs in this country who have no interest in maintaining justice for thinking black men, do you really want to be here in the long run? Really? Do you really want to? You all can go on ahead and see whatever leader comes out next, or who the Democrats will push, or the Republicans will end up having if Trump is unsuccessful with whatever he's trying to do. Look, this is some bullcrap. This is some noise at best, an ominous sign for thinking black men at worst. Everyone else out here always bet on X.